one controller. Actually, I could play with that if I had to, but this is easier. It's already hooked up. Well, there you go. Alright, so we started the day. Oh, that's right, I want to look up the one quest. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do. Alright. 3, 2, oops. Wanted, 12, so slow. Oh, I got time in this? Okay. Alright, so that has a while till it's canceled. Alright, so big development of the game was Hui was attacked overnight, and that's where we're going. This place is a mess. It certainly looks like an aftermath of a raid. Definitely. There are traces of heavy weaponry scattered all over. And 1 second. I have to do one thing, folks. Sorry. I was didn't resort to explosives. The whole place would be crazy if they did. Oh, I see you guys on scene too. Hey, friends. How's the situation looking? We wasn't here as soon as we heard the news. I don't know much yet. All I've heard is the shots of fire in the middle of the night. Suddenly in the hours in the middle of conducting an investigation. It sounds like the 1st Division beats to the punch. They are always quick to jump on cases like this. We'll look to ask questions, ask the members of Hui some questions. My way inside, I suppose I could. I was told not to let billions pass through here. You'll have to make up an excuse done for me though. Okay, thanks for helping us out. Ciao, if you excuse me then. We want to help you, but unless you're willing to give us more details, there's not much we can do. You have to forgive me, after all, it was way into the night. I haven't the foggiest idea of who the assailants may be, or why they target our humble company. Even so, it appears we were able to mount an effective defense. The 1st and 2nd floors are devastated, yet this room remains spotless. How in the world were we able to fend off assailants armed with heavy machine guns? I'll admit, it was tricky. However, the assailants managed to escape our grasp, I'm afraid. Many of our men were sent to St. Louis, sir. My, oh my, what a disaster. You have my condolences. Now, if you excuse us. You four. What's the SSS doing here? Right, good morning, Detective Baines. I see the rest of you have come along as well. Quite interesting, child. I know you're busy with the aftermath of the raid, but could I borrow a minute of your time? Anything for you, my friend. If you excuse us then, Donry. I appreciate you having stopped by. Have a good day. Goodbye. This irritates me to no end, but I'm leaving this snake to you. Try to get what you can out of him. Yes sir. It has been quite some time, my friends. I hear you all had quite the adventure on the final day of the anniversary festival. I'm assuming Yen told you all about. As you know, the SSS doesn't follow conventional investigation protocol. And with that in mind, how about you go ahead and tell us your true intentions? Oh. Well, why? There's no point wasting our time with his usual song and dance. Not only that, but we have a lot of ground to cover with Chow. I figure I'll get straight to the point. Well now, that's one of a gutsy move. War can be quite obnoxious when he wants to be. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Excellent, Mr. Baines, simply superb. I know it's way to put my hopes in you. Very well, I'm not particularly fond of trivial changes anyway. If your questions are within the realm of my knowledge, I will provide the answers you seek. Thank you, Chow. There were 3 things I wanted to ask you about. One second. I want to see something. There's a bit. Ancient Nathan, wait, way. Oh, it's yeah, I had to hit them all. Okay. Is it safe to assume Ravik is behind the last night's raid? Or is there any chance the attack was carried out by a third party? Huh. So you're going to ask about that too? Very well. Whoa, please explain for them. Yes, sir. The assailants may have been masked to conceal their identities, but there's no doubt it was Ravik's men. Not only were their weapons identical, but so was their combat style. It's something I can't be remembered so easily. I see that makes sense. In that case, something still rubbed me the wrong way. I hear Hari guys are pretty good at martial arts. Heck, I bet your man Wu here could hand a beat left and right. You flatter me. I'm sure Ravik doesn't have her soldiers of combat pros, but none of them could match up with you guys one-on-one. So then, you get trashed so hard by a handful of their thugs. Was it carrying Bell leading the charge or something? No, I don't believe the esteemed general manager of sales was present. They were his hand-picked ex-Jaeger friends. We believe Ravik regular combat personnel to be behind the attack. If that's the case, then how? Through their techniques were simple, their speed and power were beyond comprehension. They were able to banish those heavy machine guns single-handedly. Our defenses were easily crushed by their unnatural strength that overtook the first two floors of these. No fooling. It wasn't only limited to their power and speed, neither. They had inhuman endurance as well. And thanks to that, I had to put into practice a few dangerous techniques. Dangerous techniques like what? I wasn't aware you were training combat yourself, Cal. I am nothing but an amateur compared to Master Yan. I'm not going to beat around the bush, Cal. How do you plan to respond to the raid? Huh. So what you want to know is it? If you know the matter of the organization, who is, then there shouldn't be any need to ask such a question. So you plan to retaliate then? My, how presumptuous. You think we would ever do a thing? You misunderstand. I'm only speaking in terms of crisis management. At the end of the day, what matters most to our company is profit. In a situation where our profits are threatened, it is my sworn duty to crush our antagonizers through appropriate methods. I fail to see what's so strange about that. What an annoying, shrewd man. And is requesting assistance from Huey's main office one of these appropriate methods? Ah, you're forced with Huey's main office, huh? You really ain't being around the bush, are you? But to answer your question, I have no such plan at the moment. After all, my reputation is on the line here. However, there is no guarantee the main office will respect my wishes. They may intervene regardless. I suppose I should be able to keep them out of things for a little while at the very least. Either way, we are sorely lacking information about Ravik's current improvements. As such, we don't have an effective countermeasure. But now, I've assigned someone to keep a close eye on their movement. There's someone being an extremely valuable collaborator of ours. He requested Yan's assistance. Guess he would be the best option for an uncover mission like this. This isn't directly to the case in question, but I feel I ask why I'm here. Do you really not know anything about Kina? Ah, but why that's... Kina, you said. Is that meant to be a person's name? It sounds like a code word to me. Ah, pardon me. I see this as a serious matter. All I know is that Kina is the name of that little girl you took into custody after the Swans auction. Well, that and the fact that our dear collaborator offered you a small piece of advice while you were there. The exhibits for the second half of the auction are all stored in the room over there. According to information that was sent to Hui, there's a bomb, so to speak, among those items. I recommend you confirm it for yourself. I watched whether the trunk will be exhibited at the end of the auction. Inside the trunk is a bomb, which only serves to jeopardize Ravik's position. This information was sent to us through a very complicated route. We were unable to determine the identity of the informant. However, in some ways, that only made it more incredible. We wanted to be certain, however, so we asked our friend to check on it. Even my wildest dreams, I never expected the purported bomb to end up being a small girl. Looks like he's gone feign ignorance to the very end. Let's assume we tell the truth. Do you have any inkling as to who that informant might have been? Logically speaking, information this sensitive and incriminating will point to the actions of a vague defector. The only thing I can say for certain is that whoever was behind it, they are an incredibly skilled individual. At any rate, this is as far as our knowledge regarding Knight goes. Though, I suppose it's up to you whether you believe me or not. Understood. Thanks for answering this honestly. Now then, does this conclude your questioning? Yes, for the moment, I appreciate your cooperation. Do you mind if I give the department an outline of what we discussed? There's your work, my friend. By the way, Detective Bandits, yes. I'll be honest with you, this raid was far beyond what I thought was capable of. I was under the impression that I was fully cognizant of the forces, connections, and strategies. Further, given the scrutiny they currently find themselves under, I now expect them to pull out such a brazen move. This truly surpassed all my expectations. I'm almost well impressed. I must say, I am unbelievably excited for what's to come. I cannot recall an instance in the last few years where a situation didn't play out exactly as I expected. This is the opportunity for me to use the full force of my power and intellect to my heart's desire. The mere thoughts give me an indescribable joy. Hey, watch yourself. You're truly unbelievable. Do not think for 1 second that I will allow the police to ruin my fun. Although I'm willing to grant a unique opportunity to your department, if you can somehow resolve the situation before Hui begins its retaliation, then we'll have no need to do so. I'll be eagerly waiting your next move. Things will have gone serious. Yes, they give us plenty of useful information to work with, but I can't believe Chow for so blatantly imply a full-scale war for fake. If things keep heating up like this, then we're gonna have a real mess on our hands. We're screwed if they decide to have a firefight in the middle of town. Additionally, we have to consider the possibility that Hui may call for reinforcements. There are more than a few dark clouds already gathering on the horizon. Even so, it sounds like we still have a bit of time, judged by what Chow said. There are a lot of suspicious details about this raid with Fake pulled off, so we need to find as much as we can about it before Hui mobilizes. I agree. So I visit each of the districts and question the citizens? No. I think it would be better for us to go straight to the source. Let's pay with Fake a visit. You're kidding, right? We may have gone there once before, but still. That was before the incident at the auction. Might it be too reckless to go there now? It's true. They may have struck a deal with us, but it only relates to Kina's case. However, there's something I'm concerned about. What that might be. Garcia's movement. We have enough encounters with him to know what kind of person he is. He never seemed the type to be a reckless, and I get the feeling he had a strong command over his subordinates. You're absolutely right. He was well known Jaeger commander, way too disciplined to pull any crazy stunts. In fact, it's pretty hard to imagine him ordering his men to launch an assault on Hui like that. Did Garcia actually order the raid, or did his subordinates act on their own? That's definitely something we need to find out. Right. And the fast way to do that is to start asking questions around with vague space. Do you guys want to head there now? I suppose that's our best option. It should be relatively low risk if we simply asking around the area. Let's go have ourselves a real stakeout. It's gonna be lovely. It's a bad guy face a real skeleton. One of the usual even. I snuck a peek in that alleyway over there, and a bunch of those guys in black suits all glared at me. I wonder what the heck is going on. Maybe I should look inside today. Just like I thought, there are more guards posted here than usual. We're looking way more pissed than I was expecting to. Impatient, excited, belligerent, anxious. I'm detecting a wide range of emotions from them. There's no mistaking, they must be on the high road from any retaliation from Hui. This isn't going to be easy. But now, assisting Garcia's movement should be what? Garcia Rossi. How that monster managed to sneak up on us? It's you guys. You have the audacity to show yourselves around here after all the BS you put us through? I won't make any excuses. I'll deal with you on concerns Kina and Kina alone. Then we're understood. If you use our deal as an excuse to come waltzing into our territory, I'm going to beat the ever-loving deadweight out of you. Jeez, this guy's one dangerous old man. I know why you're snooping around here. However, you won't be getting a single word out of me on that matter. If you understand, then get lost. Huh. Had to try. Please, just tell me one thing. If, hypothetically, you were to attack an armed enemy stronghold, will you attack head-on from the front, leaving everything to brute strength? Huh. An honest Jaeger with myself would never stoop to such a poor strategy. I'll wait until there was an opening and make a precise strike. Maximum assault, minimum damage. When you do the same, son of the war god? Don't you ever call me that again. But yeah, that's how Jaegers operate. Is that so? Thank you, I appreciate the answer. You're a strange kid. But anyway, you better not come in here unprepared, you hear me? I promise you'll be torn to shreds. Something so seems off with him. He looks tense, but unusually haggard. I was thinking the same thing. His words were very aggressive, but I felt like they didn't have the same force behind him. I could sense a great deal of fatigue. What do you suppose could have happened to him? He's such in a sorry state, it ain't like the guy at all. I bet you guys would love to know why that is, huh? Grace? You just well popping up at the most random times, don't ya? What can I say? My reporter's intuition guides me to the juiciest of scoops. Anyway, what do you say we get do the old give and take? I'll be anxious waiting to your arrival at the Jag Bar. What's he do, Roy? For now, let's hear what she has to say, but to keep our guard up, we need to be careful not to let anything slip around her. Duly noted. Oh dear. Oh wow now, there you are. Oh wait, let me cut to the chase. Is there something you're willing to say about the Hui raid? I'm sure Chow saw you with all sorts of delightful details over at his office. Quick as ever. But how do you even know we visit Hui? Well, I found out about this incident this morning and was heading over to the grill, to ask Chow some questions when I saw Dummy barge in. As I was sitting there on the sidelines trying to figure the situation out, who's sold out but you guys. Shortly afterward, I see Dummy with his typical scowl, and then a bit later, you all came looking as worried as you ever seen you. After seeing all that, how do you expect me to not think you run something huge? I see, I guess that makes sense. Still, Grace, I think you know better than anyone that we can't casually disclose information about an open investigation. Well, of course I know that, Sarah. That's why I call this little chit-chat a give and take. After all, are you dying for some details on Garcia Rossi? Do you mean you're real pro dangling the bait? Wait, oh no, this, aren't ya? As a nice little cherry top, I might have some juicy info about this so-called auction too. Wait, I hear it. With it messed up so bad there, the speaker isn't really interested in speaking with them anymore. I'm sure you're just dying to know how these two things were related, right? Right? Okay, I'll bite. However, everything about Chow is strictly off the record, guy. I can't stress that enough, Grace. I see. So the situation is more dire than I thought. Yeah, unfortunately it is. At the very least, both groups seem to have been trying not to get too involved in public for now. When the amount which way you cut, this raid really just came out of nowhere. It might happen in the dead of night, but I still can't believe they targeted someone right next to the news building. Not to mention it was right down the street from the IBC, pretty bars to move even for with ache. Yes, that's true. If things had gotten even worse, it could have made people with trust in Crossbarrel, as Samoa's trade capital, taking the whole continent's economy. Wait, that's what I'm saying. If this is true, it could mean that info I got was legit after all. What information would that be? Are you ready to sell it now? Okay, guess it's my turn now. You see, this whole fiasco originated from inside the Mafia. Lately I've been hearing rumors that Garcia lost his control over his goons has been, well, lacking. Is that even possible? Yeah, I'm having a hard time buying it myself. I can't imagine any of those rank and file monsters defying that rocky mountain. Well, you can choose to brief or not. I'm just saying it might be possible that the incident in the downtown district and the ground of the main mining rate will wait on Garcia orders. When I look at it, it was some goons on the world rungs looking to make a name for themselves. If that's what those rookies were after, that would explain why they were so willing to step out of line to get it. Wait just a second. Are you saying that the raid last night was carried out by low-level members of the Mafia? But given the scale of the attack, it's hard to think that, but if it's true, it would definitely help explain why Garcia was acting the way he was earlier. No, maybe. Come to think of it, he didn't have his usual entourage with him. So does that mean he wants to scrub over with Vake? There's an internal split? But what is the Don doing during all this? According to what I've been able to gather, Marconi is desperately trying to make up for his giant blunder at the auction. Naturally, he's buttering up Speaker Hartman, who was misread, then pleased at Messelhelm. He even trying to lure more influential figures of Crossbell into his fold. Influential figures, who exactly? That members from the Republic faction. I've heard he's met with the CGF commander too. Really, is he trying to suppress Huey's political influence in Crossbell? And I wonder if meeting with the CGF was anything to do with Vic's weapons smuggling. Yeah, won't be surprised. Gotta remember, that Marvel commander is also one of Speaker Hartman's cronies. I bet with Vic trying to win back the Speaker's favor through him. Yep, my thoughts exactly. Man, whenever I have these little chats with you guys, things just seem to fall into place. This turns out to be quite a real fruitful, virtual info swap. To be honest, it's been helpful for us as well. But for now, we'll sift through all the details. I feel like there's something we're missing. Something we're missing? Oh, and what would that be? Looking over what we know, there seem to be logical reasons behind each of their actions. But the actions themselves are almost random, as though they're not all coming from the same organization. I always get the feeling that with Vic's operations has a certain level of professionalism to them, the kind you expect from an organized crime, but I don't sense that all this time around. Oh, I see what you mean. Now you mention it, I'm inclined to agree. But Vic's structure has typically existed as an efficient system designed to take advantage of the large amount of mail flowing through Carswell. For them to suddenly deviate so greatly from the system is highly irregular. One second. So in other words, there's some element to the case that threw Vic's entire system out of whack. Is that what you're saying? Wait, it's just a gut feeling though. Charles' description made it sound like these raiders who attacked Huey's possess unnatural amounts of strength too. It's possible that could have something to do with Garcia's strange attitude. Well, I can't expect this from you, Ward. You're one smart cookie, you know that? Hey, if this priest thing doesn't work out for you, how about join me at the Crossbow Times? We can aim for the full sealed prize together. I'll have to pass, and I appreciate if you didn't make me worry about my employment any more than I already do. Remind me again, what's this full sealed prize that things he's talking about? It's a prestigious international award given to the most outstanding journalist of the year. Excuse me for 1 second. Ward Baines of the SSS. I managed to get through. It's me, Bixson. Oliver Mains. Oh, the mail. How can I help you? Is there some problem with Grant? Well, you see, I'm a controversy at the moment. Seeing where Grant goes, he started acting strangely, so I decided to call you. Strangely? What exactly do you mean? He's been engaged in a poker match with another customer for quite some time. Things are getting very heated. It may only be a matter of time before violence breaks out. Can you come over quickly and help sort this out? Understood, sir. White Cloud Casino, right? We're close by, so we'll be there shortly. Okay, I'm counting you. It's Mayor of Mains, sounds like it's a casino. But apparently might be getting into some trouble there. Seriously? After his victories gained him some ill will from his opponents. Between Grant's ego and his crazy luck, I could definitely see that happening. Well, we better hurry on over and assess this situation. Alright, off to Barker we go. What, did I say something wrong? Well, Grace, it's just that there's no point in telling her not to come. Let's just go to the casino. Hey, give me a break. Oh, you came. Please, to be honest. Hurry, I think the fight is about to break out. Where's Gantz right now? Ah, yes. He's in the middle of a private match in the back room. We don't have time to waste. Gantz can blow at any second, huh? But I thought Gantz was the one provoking his opponent. Eat this, punk! 9-10 Jack Queen of the King. A street force of diamonds, baby. Try to beat this hand, you can't. Ah, you kidding me? Was expecting you to pull out a hand that strong on the last round. Huh, this is my true talent. You tie one too many games using those tricky hands of yours, but that's coming to an end. You lost now, show me your hand already. Oh, what you're talking about? I never say anything about losing. Are you kidding me? The only way you'll be able to beat me is with a war of thrust. There's no way you could have, and that's where you're wrong, pal. 5 of a kind. A 5 of a kind and with aces, no less. I can't believe what I've seen today. It depends on the game whether a war of thrust or a 5 of a kind is the highest possible hand. But either way, it's clear this hand of mine takes a straight thrust of yours and thrusts straight down the drain. You! Don't screw with me, you cheat! Jake, you're his accomplice, aren't you? Well, screw you too. I assure you, I am nothing of the sort. I swear upon Audio's name, and during my careful observation of the match, I saw nothing that suggests Mr. Omdor was cheating. Can it? How am I supposed to buy this? I got luck intruders on my side. I'm supposed to be unstoppable. There's no way I can lose to this, Jack. Sir, please come down. It's right, you're gonna relax, man. Poker's just a game of luck after all. All its meaning power is that your luck has run out. I refuse to believe this. Gambling should be a piece of cake after using that stuff. Grant? Oh no. There's no way. No way. I could lose. Oh, what good of me? What good of me? You have to come down, Gant. What's with his insane strength? Gant, stop this madness. Well, if it isn't my favorite powers, how's it hanging? Oh, I don't really think this is the time, Lecter. How can one man be so suspicious? I am almost impressed. Well, this guy's quite the character and acquaintance of yours? Sort of. No one can know squat about him though. Well, hold the phone. A 5 of a kind versus a straight flush? What the hell even happened here? It was a real nail biter, Randy. I was on the verge of losing the shirt off my back. I can barely keep up with this. I wish we were able to neutralize the threat before anyone was hurt. Let me go! Let me go! I can't lose! After further protests and shouting, Gans became overwhelmingly exhausted and passed out. Due to his condition, the SSS decided to carry him to his hotel room. Oh goodness, how could such a thing have happened? He may not be the hardest worker, but he's always a kind man. There's not a sore man who dislikes him. Mel Bixson. I don't know what to say. But this guy, he sort of was pretty violent for a sec there. I wasn't expecting to take both me and Ward to hold him down. Yeah, I couldn't believe how ridiculously strong he was. Listen guys, this is all reported intuition talking, but you think the guy could have been some kind of drug? Real serious kind? Pardon me? Drugs? You serious? Judging by their silence, I think Ward and Teo seem to agree with me. Agree is a strong word. I don't want to say anything without proof, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. That's preposterous. Gantz on drugs? I refuse to believe him. He's just an ordinary down-to-earth miner. There's no way he'll ever use such... Sorry, sir, but hasn't it been almost half a month since he arrived in Clarksville City? Keep in mind that he earned quite a bit of mail during his stay, too. Can you say for certain that he could have taken advantage of that wealth? I won't stand for this slander. You mentioned that you're the Clarksville Times journalist, correct? Know that if you wait some liberal peace based on pure speculation, I'll read mails and people in protest. Well, clear here, I wasn't planning on writing an article on this anyway. Will you do the favorite mail van, Vixen? I would go through Game's personal belongings if that's alright with you. You too? I don't intend to imply anything, sir, but there are too many... There's too many... continue. Why can't I talk all of a sudden? Too many issues piling up here. His sudden violence, the inhuman strength, the complete change of personality, all these aspects of it was similar to past cases, and against case, we also saw an absurd development in his gambling skills, but because he took some stimulants to boost his perception of something, that explained that freakish intrusion of his. If his perception was cranked up to inhuman levels, you have no trouble reading people. It is entirely possible. I can only speculate that if I was to gamble, I would have an unfair advantage over others as well. Deal. Sorry, Tutor. You know, I didn't mean it like that. I'm well, do not worry. Mayor Bixon, I understand you wish to keep Mr. Gaines' reputation intact. However, please envision the scenario where he is, in fact, consuming drugs. If the situation were to remain unhandled, it could pose a threat to himself and others. That may be, but I can think of a bunch of possible side effects that might crop up. Same here, and that's exactly what we need to be scared of. Very well, I feel I may not have thought things through well enough. Go ahead, Lloyd. Thank you, sir. It's what I was afraid of. Blue pills. Hell, goodness no. So you really had some after all. Please say the blue, but what the heck is it? We can't rule out the possibility that it's harmless medicine yet. Maybe he has some kind of chronic disease we don't know about. Did you ever mention anything like that, sir? Not that I'm aware of, no. I cannot say for sure though. Interesting. Would you mind if we hung onto these pills for now? Please do. But listen, I beg you, do not spread this around for gain's sake. Of course, sir. We'll make sure to take his reputation into consideration. Also, can we leave him with you? Yes, I'll take care of him. I'll try to speak with him once he wakes up. Thanks, we appreciate it. So now we have suspicion of an illegal drug circulating throughout Clarksville. Definitely didn't see that one coming. Really? Oh, I thought the mafia was big into drug trade. The contrary, actually illegal drugs hardly ever sold in Clarksville. Drugs are a messy business, you know. One misstep and they'll spread to neighboring countries like the plague. I've heard the first phase in modern system closely, thanks to the person from Ebola and Kafar. So I guess my fake is smart enough to read the room on that one. Oh, I had no idea. Yes, they made sure to cover that back at the police academy. Still, something about these pills. I never seen pills like this before. Curb certainly crazy, but yeah, they're pretty sure, but they're also suspicious. Tio, do you recognize them? No, I'm sorry, I think it was just my imagination. More importantly, what do you plan to do with the pills, boy? Good question. I think this case is too much for us to handle alone. For now, let's go talk with the chief. Yes, you may know what to do. Where we're at, we to give our report on Hui's raid. We got the mafias going to war with each other and maybe some illegal drugs now too. Ugh. I get the feeling that things are about to get pretty busy right here. You can bet on it. You know, it's only been about 4 months since we first met. But you guys have grown a lot since then. Really brings a tear to my eye. Grace? Where's this coming from? Probably won't get you any more information from us. No, I'm serious. I guess I'm pretty high hope for you guys now. Almost as high as the ones I have for your brother, Lloyd. Speaking of guy, I know got a street answer after you. Grace, did you know my brother? Oh yeah, back when I was still a newbie at the CNS, he helped me out more times than I could count. Sometimes I think that even though he's not with us anymore and his case has gotten cold, I wish there was a team built at the CPD to carry on his well. What? What do you mean, Grace? Oopsie, Sergeant might get angry if I say too much. Anyway, I got an event to cover, so I'm going to have to head out. Oh, and I won't write any articles about the drug stuff, as tempted as it is. Bye-bye, everyone. We'll just get off dangling into like that in the front of us, and then just walking away. Oh, another addition to the pile of things we have to think about. So it seems. Are you concerned about what she's told us, Lloyd? Oh well. Even if it does have to do with God, I don't really have time to think about right now. Here we with its current situation and now those blue pills. We have a lot on our plate. For now, we'll press out what Grace told us and ask the chief how we should proceed. Understood. Hope he has some ideas for us. Alright, then, let's head on home. Am I ready for this? You guys are back pretty late. Interrogating Hui really take you that long? No, actually, we have stumbled into another case. We'll give you the details along with what we found out about Hui Raid. Chief? Sorry, was it too convoluted after all? No, that's not it. It's just a series of events. I started to think it might be connected. You do? Seriously? What makes you think that? I know what has gone down the last day or two, but we need to try to connect the dots. Especially Roy, we're going to need those detective skills of yours here. So read to me. Today we were able to discover roughly 3 pieces of key evidence. The information we heard from Chow about the raid on Hui, the intel we exchanged with Grace about the current state with Faye, and everything we learned about Gant, the mine of remains. So there has to be something that ties the 3 together, right? I think I'm starting to see what you're saying here. But now let's sort this through what we know. Alright, this I need to hit in the right order. One moment. Alright. Wait, I don't want. Alright. Information to Kina. Haphazard. It sounds physical abilities, yes, I agree with that. Haphazard chain command. And blue pills. Think these factors overlap? They're definitely suspicious as for sure. I think so, Ellie. If we take a close look, we can see certain things linking the cases. The boost strength displayed by the Mavriasos, who waited for weeks. Oh, 1 second, I need to fix something. One more time with the game. Gains in this spontaneous gambling. They may seem independent of each other, but they both deal with the same enhancement of their abilities. Now I suppose we say that connecting is a factor in this of these blue pills. The Mafia must have started involving herself with these illegal drugs in some way. Not just to sell to the public either, with big henchmen must be using the drugs themselves. Is that the general idea was? Yeah, more or less, but in the end, it's still just a narrow theory. However, that would certainly explain a lot. In that case, maybe the reason Garcia's authority over the fate has joined the reign is all thanks to the grunts taking this drug. Once they're all juiced up, they don't need to listen to him anymore. Things are starting to make a lot more sense. There's your put, everyone. By the way, remember the rumors Iron told us about yesterday? Of course, the trader and that stockbroker. Could those two be under the pill's influence as well? Who to say, at this point, it's nothing but pure speculation. However, things are beginning to come together piece by piece. You feel the same way, don't you? Yes. But if I'm being honest, I don't think the SSS will be able to handle a case of this size. We might need to call the First Division for support, given that the incidents we've solved are on the distribution of illegal drugs. Huh. Funny you should say that, Roy. Your timing couldn't be better, huh? Oh, I found you! What's wrong, Kina? Are you getting hungry? Nope, not yet. We have a visitor. He's a super grumpy old man. His forehead is all wrinkly. Grumpy? Pardon me. Oh, Detective Dunway. No, wait. Apologies, Sergi. The investigation meeting went a bit long. If this is about the same thing we discussed earlier, do you mind if we go ahead and begin? Sounds good to me. Before we get started, I need to fill them in, too, though. I don't have the time for your jokes, Sergi. This isn't something rookies should know about, and actually, I think the information they found will end up being pretty useful to you in your investigation. In fact, involving them will save you some time in the long run. Are you out of your mind? Then again, I did leave the Hui investigation to the SSS. Maybe I can't fill them in just no, it's simply not. Chief, if this is a bad time, we can step out for now. That won't be necessary. They don't call Dunway the ace of the First Division for nothing after all. I'm sure he realizes what he needs in a situation like this. Fine. Listen up, the information I'm about to disclose is strictly confidential. It does not leave this room, otherwise there will be consequences, got it? Yeah, that won't be a problem. Oh, is this a secret? I love secrets. Tell me too. Well, I'll make you a snack, Kina. Why don't you eat it with seed? The First Division is being pressured? Well, it's not quite as simple as that, Bandit. After the raid on Hui, we received orders to devote all of our resources to quell any disputes between the mafias. Because of that, we had to end our investigation on the mysterious drug we've been looking to recently. Really? The First Division was investigating the Blue Palace too. We only started looking at them a few days ago. I'm surprised you even know about them at all. How exactly did the First Division find out about the drugs in the first place? We were tipped off about them a long time. Informant of ours. She's been a pretty reliable source, so we started gathering more info based on her tip. But we weren't able to find anything more concrete than rumors and urban legends. I mean, a miracle pill that grants riches and bestow happiness, it certainly sounds like fiction to me. However, it was apparent that something shady was going on, so we're compiling a list of citizens that seem to be connected and what else to look for. It's almost like you expected everything I just said. Seems like our little Felix earlier was spot on. Saw him, Roy. Yes, sir. Take a look at this, detective. What? Are these what I think they are? We found them on a certain individual during our investigation today. We were allowed to keep them on the condition that we protected their identity. So it is real. And you're saying it's possible that Rebecca is a distributor. Dunway, about the order to stop the drug investigation. Any idea who made that call? It had been someone high up. Our chief didn't agree with the decision, but he enforced it regardless. What a mess. Hold on a moment. Does that mean someone high on the CPD's chain of command gave in to the mafia demands? That's unbelievable. Come on, how well can you go? The situation appears quite grave. Hey, Dunway. It's clear you came to me because you don't trust the top brass at HQ. So, is it your plan? Wait, what are you planning to do? To be honest, there's nothing those of us in the First can do about the drug investigation now. If any of us were to take action, our bosses would do whatever they could to interfere. But as a member of the police, I just can't let this go. Detective Dunway. Well, there's an easy solution for that. With an investigation to the SSS. Roy, Alec, Wayne, and Teal, listen up, guys. From here on out, the SSS will be unofficially collaborating with the First Division. Since their hands are tied, you'll forward take over the drug investigation for them. Yes, sir. Understood. And in return, we'll get every last bit of intel the First Division has about Rebecca. Sounds fair? Sergi, what are you? Every bit of the intel? You know there are some classified files that can't sell no matter what. Every last scrap. Take it or leave it. You're stuck in the deadlock and you know it. We're going to keep doing what we want regardless, but you don't really have any options here. Fine, I accept your conditions. Glad we could come to an agreement. Well, so now we're the ones taking cases away from the First Division, huh? I can always feel a sense of superiority growing up inside of me. Yikes. Comment retracted. I suppose I really don't have any other options. Oh wait, I'll turn the drug investigation over to you now. So how do you actually plan to proceed? About that, we already have the drug itself in our hands. The next logical step is to figure out what exactly it's made of. Not a bad start, but how will you go about doing that? Based on what we know, we can assume this is an entirely new type of drug. It could be too much for forensic tools at HQ to handle. That, and there's a risk of being noticed by the higher-ups. That's the same. But in that case, maybe it asks the medical hospital for help. I see, you're right. We do know someone there we can talk to. The medical college, you mean St. Ursa? Right, we know a doctor there who specializes in pharmaceutical research, actually. I've heard he's one of the best in this field, so there's a good chance he'll be able to figure out the drug's composition. Well, I'll wait then. That might just be our best option given the circumstances, don't we? Can we get you to compile the first division's intel and send a report to us by the end of the day? I want them to decide how to approach the investigation for themselves. Understood, I'll send it over as soon as I can. Well then, I should go. Thank you for your cooperation, Sergi. Likewise. Oh, aren't you going to thank them too? Listen well, you four. If you do anything stupid, this entire situation might nosedive, understand? The task is looking into these drugs and only that. Dealing with the mafias is the first division's responsibility. Stay close to the ground, behave, and most importantly, don't get in our way. Jeez, is that really hard to say thanks for doing my work for me? Perhaps under the tremendous growl of his, he is simply sad at heart. Maybe so. Also, it seems he has a stronger sense of justice than I first thought. Yeah, I think we can trust him. Most of the first division is just like him, diligent as all hell, and driven by the same strong sense of justice. Though by the same token, a lot of them are extremely by the book, mixed inflexible and obsolete. So you're going to head to St. Louis away? Yeah, that's the plan. Though I want to take care of some support requests too if time permits. That's right, we didn't have a chance to go outside the city all morning. Yes, things are glad to get busy, but I bet we tackle things one at a time. Glad to see you guys are up for the challenge. Now, I know you're cooperating with the first division, but don't get too worked up over that. Just do things you normally do. You usually do. Show me a kid about cracking the mystery behind these drugs. Yes, sir. Campbell Estate. Alright. Let's do the old man one first. Actually, I'm going through the residential. Which one's Campbell? This is the house of Representative Campbell who sent a request. We're searching for someone important, right? It sounds like we're speaking up. Hey, doesn't Marie's Ellie Gramps live around this part? So, you haven't noticed Campbell guy. Well, about as much as fellow neighbors will know about each other. Representative Campbell is a businessman. He's also driven by his passion for politics that he often brushes aside everything else. I see, that matches the way I had envisioned him in my head. Anyway, his request our assistance was to try and ask him about it if he's home. Unbelievable! What a foolish thing to do. We must find a way to retrieve her, Representative Campbell. Excuse me, gentlemen. We're here regarding a support request. Yeah, the CPD of something or other sex. What a relief. We were becoming so desperate that we were willing to scrape the bottom of the barrel for assistance. Just a moment, are you not Ellie, Mayor McDowell's granddaughter? Why have you come with them? It's been some time, Representative. As it stands, I'm currently employed by the CPD. I visited as a member of the SSS today. Is that the case? So be it. I suppose the mayor is neutral and nothing to be concerned about then. But Representative, the Imperial faction's county members run underhand tactics. What if they catch wind of this incident? I'm guessing you're in a position that could cause some political strife, Melrose LA. Speaking of that, members is always such a pain. Excuse me, Representative Campbell. Can you tell us what happened at least? What details you've been able to say about the situation? You just look so troubled. I seem to recall the the support request seeking assistance in searching for an important person. Yes, that's right. Well, you see, I went into a bit of a snag. I suppose I have no choice but to explain the situation to you. But let me make one thing clear. This is not politically sensitive matter. The Republic faction has been placed in a difficult situation. This must remain strictly confidential. Honestly, we promise to keep this on the wraps. We should remain silent about the investigation, Representative. Very well then, listen up. A certain person affiliated with our faction has disappeared. Can you elaborate? It so happens to be my very own daughter. She has run away from home along with our maid. All of us just ended up turning his daughter away. By daughter, referring to Carla, we were classmates in Sunday school. Oh, really? Well, the representative and his daughter have never been on particularly good terms. Their relationship seems to be entirely comprised of petty arguments. However, the timing couldn't be worse. Our main supporter, Hui, was raided this morning, dealing with the aftermath has been cumbersome. The only foolish daughter of mine, I could normally leave her to her own devices during a hectic period like this. However, recent reports have shown that the Mafia spat becoming more dangerous. It's far too dangerous to leave two girls running around on their own. Yeah, I'll be worried about your daughter's well-being if I were to. Not only that, but if this were to become publicized, the Imperial faction could use this as ammunition against me. Keep your guard down during the diet. So I would prefer to avoid any scandals. And with that, I request you, the SSS, to discreetly apprehend and return my daughter to me. You know, all comes down to protecting his reputation then. Yes, that's how these big wigs think. I always assumed as much. But it's clear you're concerned for her. There's a fair chance she might be in harm's way after all, agreed. We understand the situation, sir. May I accept your request to search for your daughter? Oh, thank God, yes. Bring her back immediately. I can't promise we'll be able to do it quickly, but we'll locate your daughter and provide protection until we're safely brought her home. Very well. I suppose I'll rely on you for the time being. Proceed however you like. I believe his daughter left a note in her room. The note may prove useful to your investigation. Thank you for letting us know. We'll take a look at it. Looks like you left a message in this notebook. Let's see what it says. I had enough of you and your insistence on doing as you please. So now I go. So do as I please. Goodbye. Yes, I'm taking the maid with me. Knowing you'll surely go hungry with no one here to prepare your meals. Where do we even begin? Your dad's a real piece of work, but his daughter seems like trouble in her own way. Representative Campbell is attempting to put his work ahead of his home life. And now I think about it, Carla would often complain about her father in Sunday school. I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly finding out Carla should have run away from home. However, the note fails to provide a clue about where we should begin the search. The only details given was that she went away from home by her own violation. Based on her note, I think it'd be fair of us to assume something. Her running away must have been premeditated. You sure about that? If it was, wouldn't it rather be a bit longer, or a bit more venom? Agree, I'm sure she would have written a note more clearly express her feelings of discontent towards her father. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. This location is grave, so she probably took off suddenly. How long ago do you think she went away? I hope it wasn't too long, or such would be more difficult if she's gone far. But it's possible for us to tell with the information we have at this time, or try to get some more information from the representative before we come to any conclusion. Well, I guess it's time to get the shovels out and start digging some dirt. We should return here and go over the details once we're finished. Between the diet meeting and the Hui incident, this morning has been absolutely exhausting. I even have more appointments in the afternoon, so I came to rest at home for a bit. When I did, I couldn't find my daughter or her maid anywhere. Just as I was beginning to think about something I was missing, I found her note. Seems like she's the defiant type. I don't feel happy as to where to go. Even for a small wolf like everybody having to eat breakfast together, it's actually quite obvious that his daughter despises such trivialities. Its suffocating nature could very well be the cause of their strained relationship, and despite that, she still adhered to his rule and joined him for breakfast. How am I to privy to such knowledge? I ate breakfast with them, of course. Now we have information, so we return the cards when we continue to analyze for further clues. Yeah, good point, Tio. How long do you think she went away from home? I hope it wasn't been too long, or such would be more difficult. this morning. I think it's safe to conclude that she departed sometime in the morning. We should still be able to catch up with her. Though I don't know where she went off to though. Maybe we should ask her friends, could they get a crew or two of us? No, I don't think we have time for that. If we consider circumstances, there's definitely a place she will have visited. We know she has nothing she left this morning without having planned to. Considering that there's one place in particular she will get her visit first. The IBC. Makes sense, our escape probably needs some dough for a getaway. The IBC would be typical for a stop and run away from home. If she's so left, then she won't have much time to pack. The IBC is a certain possibility. So we depart for the IBC then, she may still be there. So let's get to ASAP. Alright. Oh, we made it. Man, I feel I'm stepping into the whole new, more positive world when we come here. I presume the representative Runaway dogs may have stopped here. The required receptionist, just let's ask Winfrey to see if she knows anything about it. Oh, again, Miss McDowell. Do you need help with anything? Hi, Winfrey. I'm here to ask you a quick question. Did a lady of the name of Carla stop by here today? I think she may have been here with her maid. Oh, you're right. Carla did come in earlier. She told me she had some urgent business to discuss with Miss Cross. With Belle? Yes, Miss Cross agreed to a meeting, so I directed Carla to the top floor. That all happened about an hour ago. Do you mind if we go ask Maribel for some details? Truth be told, we're conducting an investigation. Oh yes, I think you should be okay to talk with her right now. I believe she's coming to the CEO's office. Thank you very much. Alright, let's get cracking. To the top floor. I'm so sick of this. I've been stuck in meetings all day thanks to those big buffoons. Fortunately enough, I don't think the raid will affect our stock prices negatively. I almost want to kick their door and demand comprehension for all the hassle they put me through. Your life now seems to get any easier. You can see that again. It doesn't help that Farrell is who knows how many swords away right now either. Oh, but discuss. Do you need something else? Something else. Judged by the crowd you brought with you, it doesn't seem to be a personal issue. Yes, there's something I need to ask you about. Our name Carl should have stopped by the IBC earlier today. Do you happen to see her? Carla? Oh yes, she definitely came here not too long ago. I'm acquainted with her, given that we're both in the upper echelons of society. She couldn't see her emergency and wished to speak with me directly. She proceeded to withdraw every last mail out of her savings account. Wow, we're way out of money. Wow. Why did she have to speak directly to you for that, Maribel? You think the receptionist would have been able to handle the request just fine? It has to do with the amount she withdrew. Under normal circumstances, you will need to fill out the appropriate paperwork. Today was an exception. As you might be able to surmise, I am unable to disclose the exact amount she withdrew. That said, it was in the hundreds of thousands of mail. That is an exorbitant amount of money. The truth is, Carl is attempting to run away from home. We've been tasked with bringing her back safely. You know where she might have gone back. Oh, well, that would explain her last behavior. Well, judging by the amount she withdrew, I would assume she's planning to relocate to a foreign country. That could be it. Is it possible she has a destination in mind? Well, now that I think about it, I recall a conversation between her and her maid about sightseeing Granson. I believe Carl ordered her maid to make hotel reservations there. Granson, isn't that the Rainbow's capital city? So she's staging this dreadful rainbow. We must have departed for the airport then. We may be able to arrive in time if we proceed with haste. We must notify the airport receptionist. Wait, we have to hurry. We're sorry to have bothered you. We appreciate your cooperation. See you later, Belle. The sword. The sword know how to keep busy. Wrong way. I'm here trying to drink a drink, move around in the game. Relax my throat. Tiny bit. Excuse me, we have a bit of an emergency. Oh dear, what is it? You see, an individual by the name of Carl Campbell has been boarded an outgoing flight to Weibo. We were wondering, has that airship finished boarding yet? You say Carl Campbell? If you give me a moment, please. I'm terribly sorry, but Carl Campbell was as a passenger. Are you positive? That's strange. I could have sworn that she should have been on this flight. Me too. There's only one flight scheduled for today that's heading for Weibo, right? Look, and it seems it's not departed yet. Pardon me. I knew it. You're with the police, aren't you? Wait, aren't you Marshall, one of the maids at Representative Campbell's mansion? Are you the maid that went away with Carla? Yes, that's right. You see, Ray Carla never intended to go to Weibo in the first place. There was mere rumors she spread to throw her father off her track. In actuality, she plans to live in the home of her acquaintance in the Republic. Is going to Kavard? Ah, he must have gone to the station then. If you hurry, you might make any time. I'm sorry, but really has caused so much trouble for everyone. But if at all possible, please bring Lady Carla back home. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to leave Carlsbell. So it's the guy who raises for all of this, huh? Well, time to roll. We'll bring her back for you, don't you worry. If she's Republic bound, the train will be departing in a matter of minutes. There's no time to waste now. Thank you, Martha, you were a big help. Martha, can you inform the representative of what's happened? You can bring Carla back to us. Okay, please. I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. To the train station. You know, it was not wrong getting born in Kafar. Yeah, bye. Oh, excuse me, I understand you must be hurt, but please try to refrain from waiting on the platforms. Train Battle Republic is now important. If you're not boarding the train, then please step back in the center of the platform. Wait a sec, is that the train that Representative Dodger is supposed to be on? We can still make it, let's get on it. Oh dear. We cut that close. I wonder if we'll get in trouble from that foreign particle. Officers will be allowed to board trains during emergencies, so you don't have to worry about that. However, the problem remains, what do we do now? The plan was to convince Carla to return home, correct? Yeah, well, we can't ride on this train forever, you know, and we still gotta drop off these drugs at St. Louis in that way. That's true. We have to come this far to simply give up. Yeah, no, the next up is Artura. We can't have the western edge of Kavard. We still have about 30 minutes. Until then, let's keep trying to persuade her to come home. Roger, I'm no creator. Oh wait, I hope our words... Yeah, this is the one with the representative dog to run away from home. You have to go to the IBC to talk to Belle. Then to the airport to find out she actually took the train. And now here we are. Oh wait, I hope our words can get food to her. I'm returning home to Artur. Okay. Well, incredible. This is the... you want the name of it? The... Search for an important person. It's Carla. Hey, finally found her. Now we have to proceed to return home. The odds of her listening to reason still seem slim. I did one on the train earlier in the game where you're an inspection officer. Don't tell me, Marcia, I missed the train. I guess I'm alone now. Can I handle this? Well, time no see, Clara. Ellie, what are you? I mean, what coincidence? What need to you here? Are these your friends? Or are you planning to spend a day or two in the Republic? Well, Clara, how should I start this? Alright, so I'll be up front. That make her very shut wine. Don't tell me if I'll put you up to this. How long was I? Those aren't friends. These are your colleagues, aren't they? Your efforts are in vain. I shall never return home. If being blunt was a mistake. Tell me about it. I'm sorry, one. I might have made her even more stubborn. But yes, it may. Why exactly you went home in the first place? Then by the note you left, it is obvious that you had some motive behind it. But it's a long story. My father has always ordered me around for my life with rules and war rules, once he doesn't even respect himself. And this morning was a perfect example of it. You will never forgive him for what he did, which was, whatever it was, it sounds bad. After breakfast, he walked into my room without knocking. Oh, that's it? Of course, it's not just that. What if I was changing? More importantly, Father was the one always lecturing me about how to always knock. And even though he throws a fit when I forget to do so. This morning, he calmly strolled into my room, commanding me to do this and that, and to attend a dinner party in the evening. In the end, he promised that every single small detail of my private life is strictly can't do anything but that. I can relate to with how she feels. There's nothing more than misunderstanding between father and daughter. How should we handle this? Let's blame the father. Then your father is in the wrong. I can sympathize with you, Clara. You think so too? I knew leaving home was the right decision. Still, it's the first time I ever left Clarksville. The only reason I decided to go through with this was because Marshall said she was accompanying me. I think I get the gist of this mess, but she still was hesitant, right? She never had the strongest heart to begin with. Sure, she went out of the house in a hurry, but I bet with every step she became more and more uneasy. And she said, almost be at her breaking point. Alright. I'm sure if I do the father, that's not a backfire. I think with her driving alone, I picked the maid. I was wondering why I still haven't seen Marcia. No, she must have betrayed me, didn't she? Unacceptable. I specifically ordered her not to tell anyone. Please calm down, Clara. It's true that Marcia informed her for the situation. It's only because she worries sick about your safety. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to require her words, not mine. Marcia, she really said that? I'm leaving with Cora in your hands. That was her farewell before we made our way to the station to find him. Well, I think it would be best if you had another talk with your pops. Instead of running away, if you're about to say what you want to say to his face, you may be right. I had started to think that there was no one at my side. But if Marcia is waiting for me, I don't mind returning home. I want perhaps could you stay with me a bit longer and let me get everything out of my system? Besides, I need to start thinking about what I should say to Father. So we can do that. We should be near our tour, but we still have to ride back. If you want the company, we'll be glad to oblige. 1 hour's transfer in our tour and return trip, then 30 minutes later. Blah blah blah, we're back. Yeah, we're finally back. That was a fun trip in more ways than one. Sorry for the trouble I caused. I'm truly thinking for listening to what I had to say. Please don't worry about it. We can say we can handle consultations. You can count the exercise the window in the ear whenever you need it. Thank you. How dare you worry me and tell me this, you girl. Speak for yourself, Father. If you had tried to confine me yourself, it would have been one thing, but to think how I would be able to do it for you. Excuse me, Lady Clara. My apologies, I was just so terribly worried. You should be sorry, I'm upset with you too, Marcia. Forgive me. But well, I'm grateful too. Can I get you to continue to be by my side? Of course, I'll be happy to. Oh, thank heavens. I think I finally made up my mind. I have some conditions, Father. You must knock every time you wish to enter my room. Every time, okay? In addition, you may no longer intrude upon my private life. If you refuse, I'll be hopping right back on the train and I won't look back. Well, you have to stay home and behave yourself for a while first. So, are you honoring my request or are you refusing it? Fine. I don't want to have to wait or have another falling out. I'll accept your terms. So this is the power to suck all other sex. For the time being, allow me to thank you for simply bringing my daughter home. However, now aware of this instant is to escape your whip to anyone in my understood. You got it. Our whips are sealed so you can rest easy. Good. We'll leave it, Carla. Don't tell me what you do. Alright, everyone, until we meet again. I can't thank you enough for all what you've done. Please feel free to drop by our house whenever you like. We'll welcome you with open arms. I guess that settles that. Even though it took forever, I'm glad we helped them out. Judging by their conversation, I think they'll work things out well relief. I hope you're right. I pray they'll be able to work out their differences. Anyway, Roy, we should get going now. There's still some requests we can finish up today. Yeah, good point. Let's get to it then. Oh, since you're here, champion, I have a question for you about quest. It's a Creative Cooks Wanted. I only have 3 dishes. I need at least 10. Is this one possible for me to still do? Like, I know I can't get all the recipes at this point, right? Like, can I go out and like buy like everything I need for it? Then I go talk to him. I want to have 3 dishes. Well, I think that's I'm gonna go do the church one real quick. Hopefully. Alright. I may just have to forget about that one. Alright, to the graveyard. I need to talk to you. The 5 people fighting with each other. That's right. That is a thing. No, there is exchange shop in the downtown area. So I can check that out. And that's the person I want to talk to. Mr. Quint, sorry to bother you. The police. That's right, sir. We're here from the SSS coming about your request. Well then. I want you to bring me 3 different kinds of flowers to place in the graves. But there will be any chance you could take the request on from me? Yeah. Right here. I'll get straight to the point. Got pen and paper on you? I'll tell you which flowers you need to collect. Ready for the first one? Yes. So you mind writing it down? Roger. First, the Ravis flower. You'll find them blooming near the police cabinet on the West Clarksville Highway. Second, we have the Welcome flower. I believe Tyler's General Store on West Street sells them. Finally, there's a funnel flower. You know the watchtower over Clarksville, each exit, they're usually at the foot of it. They tend to bloom near similar flowers too, so be careful not to overlook them. Once you're done, I will deliver them all to me. Noted. Yellow, blue, and white symbolize the repose of the soul here in Clarksville. Flowers of those colors are arranged into banquets, which are traditionally offered, or bouquets, there you go, offered during funerals. Is that language a flower thing? I believe it's certainly different from choreography, Randy. I assume they are meant to reflect Clarksville state colors. I think the tricolor bouquet was offered at God's funeral too. Sir? What's up? You're so quiet. Well, it's just that I'm a bit disappointed that your generation is still unaware of these old traditions. How do you expect to face the future without knowing your roots? Sorry about that. Sorry to disappoint you, but I ain't even from Crossbed to begin with. Fine then. You know what? Off you go. Understood. Well, for science, to downtown. I guess not. Oh, HP free. Free. Alright. So let's say no go. Okay. Oh, there's something else I want to check out from here. Alright, so I just need to find those weapons to make these. So, are they for sale? Over here? Or what? Yeah, I can recognize the name. They are. Oh, is this worth? Actually, let's click jump. We got to avoid. And Bandy can get the other one. No, if I just do that, I can just... So, hey, you get this. You get this. Alright, let's upgrade these weapons. Because I bet there's some sort of achievement behind this. I need to I have to go all the way back to town, don't I? That yours. Alright, let's go sell some more. I want to do some swaps. well. Alright. That should be enough for now. Let's finish everyone's equipment. I'm surprised that's not tied to an achievement or anything. How did you get there? Alright. Let's ignore it for now. Alright, what do I want to do now? Oh, go here. Alright. Effort here. Or what did I have that here for? Oh, I don't care if I can cook a supreme dish or not. Reaction to. I give you the EP cut free now. Oh yeah, I want you with the 2. My bad. And you with the 3. I can't just do that now willy-nilly. This, and what was here again? This was an action. No, it was a mine. Oh man, let's give it a cast. Kinda need to keep it with the mine, don't I? Oh no, let's do the cast. Get them out faster. Okay. Maybe here. Alright. What's the flowers again? Alright, let's do the East Crossbell one, since that's one closest to. Near the watchtower. I have to imagine he means the watchtower up here. Oh, just wait, once the friendly flowers aren't there. This vacation is very close to Cross Crusade, so I imagine people frequently come by here to pick them up. There are not any strong monsters like churn out a place like this. Because bigger monsters are still a threat to churn in the elder, true enough. So we get going? Alright. That works. Alright, now I need to go to the west. I know I can teleport around and stuff. I've been to the walking now. This was near the police academy. Jeez.
かかってきやがれ。ぜ、任せてくれ。
さてとドライブ開始。さてと N グマ駆動。
甘いってろ。それ。
それやっ
俺の番だな。任せてくれ。そう。
さてとドライブ開始。任せてやっ
Oh,
私の番ね。そこN グマ
俺の番だな。俺の番だな。
さてとエニグマ駆動。
やっ。俺の番だな。やっ。
さてとはいなんとかなったわね。
よし。やったぞ。
ooh, new ice break?
先生可能
チャンスだ。よ
始めましょう。
し。畳みかけるぞ。
はい
あいさ。
そこです
行くぜ。
任せてはいさてと
任せて。よし。
さてとエニグマはい駆動。ドライブ開始。
よっしゃ。俺の番だな。そう。
それ
よっしゃ。はっ。ま、
いやいや
こんなもんかね。やっ。
Oh, I haven't been down here yet. You're from the city? Do you know my pal, Ren? He comes by all the time to watch the train. Does the phrase unlawful search and seizure ring any bells to you? Oh. Ignore you.
かかってきなさい。
I won. Bye.
行くぜ。
さてそこです。
俺の番だ。よっしゃ。
Match for this one.
さてたお貸しよ。
任せ。
さてはい
行くぜ。ちょろいぜ。
There you go. What's up? Saw you.
行くぞ。任せろ。みんな。俺の番だな。
Hey, no.
よし。もう大丈夫だ。やっ。やっ。
Not faith our chest. Let's find out.
行くぞ。みんな。やっ。任せろ。エニグマ駆動。
エニグマはい駆動。ドライブ開始。やあ
そこだ。俺の番だな。やっ。
Look back in the chest ring, you might have missed something, and you find a tiny bearded man in a pointy hat doing a little dance.
Yo, so. さあ、エディア。
敵集団
おう
の戦闘を開始。
任せろ。はっ。
私の番だ。えい。さてが。敵続けてくる。
俺の番だな。俺の番だな。
任せて。さてと。エニグマ駆動。
それ。
やあ。
任せてくれ。やっ。行くぜ。
さてか。上出来かしら。
That's good enough. The police academy is just beyond this road. I've been enrolled at this academy to earn his detective's license. I've heard it's fully fitted with a plethora of training equipment. Yeah, not only that, but it also functions as a joint training facility for the CPD and the CGF. It's a long running path through the forest along with various training grounds just past the gate. Actually, I never made a trip on foot before. You haven't? What does that supposed to mean? Well, when I first arrived at the academy, I hit a ride with a freighter that was headed there, and I trapped myself in the dorms for the following months after. I had no choice but to spend my entire time studying for the technical exam. I even had to give up my holidays. All I knew was it was that difficult. The income of chain, right, Roy? That's no way for a guy to live. You got this textbook extended weekend, my man, with barely time to experience the nightlife at its fullest. I believe those cruise standards apply only to certain red-headed men. I kept telling myself I could return to class for say until I passed the exam and earned my license. And the more I think back on it, the more childish it sounds. Did you say it was near here? Yellow, blue, and white. All these yellow ones are weapons flowers we've been looking for. Probably a real pain for other folks to pick them up because of the location, yeah? It is right in front of the police academy. You see how far apart these flower beds are scattered throughout Clarksville? It's very difficult to gather a free-color bouquet. And that's why most graves today are decorated with a single type of flower. Free-color bouquets are usually saved for funeral services. Learn something new every day. Traditions must face reality eventually. Yeah, I guess that's true. The last one was near the south. Alright. And the last one is... Oh, there's a buyer in the West Street. A Ty's General Store. Stop. I was only going to do the files itself. And the edge of the main mountain path. mentioned it before. Alright, let's see. Let's go over to the verge, or... I want to see it. Alright, that does damage. Got it. Yep, I was expecting that. That's good enough for now.
行くぞみんな行くぜ
任せて。はいそこです。
任せてくれこれが俺たちの力だ
And path to old ruin. It's basically almost two sides down. Is that palm?
行きます。
行くぞよっしゃ
I did one thing. Oh well.
はいそこです。敵集団撃破しました。
負けられないそうおっしゃ任せろ
さて
俺の番だなやろ行くぜ
任せてそこはい敵集団撃破しました。
Alright. Was it worth it? Let's go ahead and in. So, I need to figure out how much I have left from this chapter. Alright. go. Get all the files for the man. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Then you go this way, to the right. Here, into here, and talk to you. We're back, Mr. Clint. Faster than I expected. Did you get the files? Yes, please make sure we get the right ones. These are the ones alright. Your efforts are much appreciated, SSS. Just doing our job, sir. Man, getting all those files took way more work than I was expecting. Even towers had one out. What are the odds of that? Well, we still managed. Some mask or something? What is it? It's a particular common to gather these 3 specific files, except for funeral nowadays. What exactly do you need them for? Yo, wait, there's no funeral at the moment. Well, since you helped me pick them out, come with me, and we'll go patient scale. You'll get your answers afterward. What is he talking about? Beats me. I guess we'll see when he's done. B.Y. Sarah McWayne. McWayne? Can this be Arya's wife? On to the next one. He was. This one seemed better days. Can't even make out whose name is behind. Perhaps the gravekeeper knows. Here's the last one. Oh. Is this who I think it is? Ward's older brother. The reason I ask you to gather those 3 files is pretty simple. I want to give them to Guy Bennings in the favors of those that were precious to him. It's only natural to want to show respect to one closest friends, right? Sir, do you know Guy Bennings? That's right, I thought I could forget him even if I tried. Back when he was alive, he often came to visit me in my cabin. We still drinks and stories till the sun rose. I don't have any family left. You see, so I can't tell you how many times his company saved this old man. I had no idea. I'm starting to understand the nature of this support request. When it came time for the funeral, I felt like I was torn of shreds. Your name was Ward, right? So you must be Guy's younger brother. You know who I am? I remember first catching a glimpse of you at the brother's funeral. And once I saw that picture of you in the Clarksville Times 4 months ago, it jogged my memory. Yeah. Your face is only anything alike, but I'm starting to see the resemblance. I don't think I even knew him yet when it comes to being a detective style. Why? Actually, there's no reason why I made such an annoying jump to the SSS. I need to ascertain firsthand whether you 4 your ancestors had grown any. And did we make the grade? Well, you finished the job, so that's something. However, you're still rough on the edges. Oh, a bit harsh, don't you think? That said, I think the SSS has a bright future ahead. There's a chance you all catch up, or maybe even overtake Guy one day. And when that happens, come back here and pay me a visit. We'll share some drinks, the same as there with Guy. Oh wait, I'm looking forward to it. Your older brother lives on through a lot of people, doesn't he? I agree. To me as well. Catching up to a guy that's talented ain't the easiest thing in the world. It's going to take quite a while, I bet. Honestly, that goal might end up being a bigger failure than taking down the Mafia or Carter's corruption, you know? Well, you said it. And yet I was to pass him someday, I have to. Looks like I've talked your ears off. Time to head back inside. Thanks to you, I was able to pay my respects to my dear friends. I can't thank you enough for that. If something else ever comes up, I'll make sure to contact you again. We'll be waiting, sir. Alright. Well, we'll get those done. Now we head down to the hospital. That's the geofont. I don't want to deal with Jonas. Let's go heal up just in case. We're gonna go a little bit faster. Oh wait, we'll have to check and see if Dr. Gartner has any time to meet with us. Yes, we should probably ask the receptionist about that. I hope he didn't play hooky to go fishing again. I wouldn't even be surprised if that were the case. That's right. Well, hello everyone. Are you here to visit the cell? Oh, not today. We're here to see Dr. Gartner again. Does he happen to be available today? Let me check. Well, Dr. Gartner, I see you pick up the phone today. You have some basic. If you have some free time with you, or bad time, you have some examination or research to do. I see what's going on here. Planning to go fishing, are we? I think that you're on the clock, so you need to do your job, got it? He's same as always. So, he is exceptional in his field. His dedication seems lacking. Yes, it's Detective Baines from the SSS. Yes, I understand. That how to meet you in your laboratory then? Well, he'll see you now. We have to research ward, please? Thanks. Haha, looks like we threw a wrench in his plans. Before, exit, enter, yes. Excuse us. Welcome everyone. How very nice of you to visit. I'm sorry to solve just like the blue of this. You're part of getting the way of your hobby, Doctor. It's fine. Here's I do time to catch Noble Corp. But due to cause. Trust me, I'm not going to hold a grudge against you over this or anything. He says that, but I feel he resents us for every fiber of his being. I'm facing that through and through. We're putting my beds of regrets behind us. What brings you here today? I assume we're here to discuss Kina's condition. I see she's not with you. Actually, it's about something else. Kina is the same as usual though. There hasn't been any improvement with her memories. I see. Personally, I still think you should have had her hospitalized. About that, we tried to suggest it to her a few more times, but she just won't have it. I'm sorry, I know we won't get anywhere closer to solving a problem like this. It's okay, there's no point in rushing things. After all, just keep it in mind. So what's the other matter? I assume it has something to do with my field expertise. That's exactly right. Will you mind taking a look at this drug for us? Oh, these pills. It's a vibrant blue. No current agent I've ever heard of would be able to produce this. Find these pills among the possessions of a certain individual we suspect of illegal drugs. I see. Please, will you fill me on the rest of the details? Okay, I think I understand now. So, Dr. Gartner, do you know anything about these blue pills? Where they might have been developed, maybe? I'm sorry to say, but I haven't seen this type of drug before. As a former pharmacist, I have contacts in every pharmaceutical company in Samaria. I typically receive samples of all newly developed medicine. However, I have seen a pill of this coloration. That's the same. And what's more, the effect of these pills are particularly interesting. A boost in strength, focus, reflexes, judgment, and even intuition. It managed to improve every single one of these attributes. Well, we haven't been able to confirm whether or not the Mafia has been taking these drugs. That's minor been the only confirmed case so far. I never has truly substantiated Mr. Grimwood yet. You know what? I can tell you right now that this is no ordinary drug. How about this? I want me to keep free with these pills. I can conduct a composition animals right away. That would be great. You know how long it will take for the animals to finish? We'll have the medicine. Well, I have the medicine on me and the general deal with the effects. I was to think I'll have the composition figured out by the end of the day. But if I'm not able to do that, this may take a considerable amount of time. I see. I can contact you tomorrow around noon to let you know how it's going. Will that be okay? Perfect. Thanks for the assistance and all this, Doctor. It's a big relief knowing you're helping us. By the way, do you think there are any possible side effects of toxicity? Without further anyways, I can't say for sure, but if anything happens to that minor, call me as soon as possible. And do the same with any others who have taken these pills. We can do that. Man, who knows how far this stuff has spread for Crossbell. We have rumors popping up about all over the city. Of course, it's impossible for us to question with Bate about this, but if the members will take it, I'm concerned about the side effects. Yeah, likewise. Doctor? Are you worried about the side effects too? Oh no, that's not it. With all this talk of rumors, I was reminded of one I've heard recently. You too? What kind of rumor? Okay, remember. None of this ever officially confirmed or explained, but several years back, there was an odd rumor that floated around the pharmaceutical industry. It talked about a certain religious cult that had created a new kind of drug. A religious cult? Do you mean they were the sect of radicals who split off the Reception Church? No, there was something even worse than that. Apparently they rejected the very existence of idols and worshipped devils instead. At least that's what I've heard. They worship devils? This story sounds more and more suspicious by the second. I definitely thought it was absurd when I first heard it too. However, help but require the effects of the medicine they originally created. It was said that they borrowed the power of the devil to unlock the hidden potential within humans, even bring the use of good luck. That sounds like the same effect of these pills. Excuse me, Dr. Gartner. Do you know the name of that drug? Let's see, what was it again? Oh wait, I remember now. They called it wisdom. Giannis. Rawness. Or so the rumor goes. Numbness. That's quite a thought-provoking name. Well, because its absurdity, the story became somewhat of an urban myth. But you heard the rumors of the secret society that was connected to that big incident in Wilbur last year, right? Maybe the two could be connected somehow. This must be the society that Estelle and Joshua told us about. Do you think it could be possibly having ties to the devil worshipping cult? Anyway, in order to uncover the truth behind these perils, I need to contact some colleagues of mine to help with it anyways. While I do that, I'll also try to look into that rumor to see if it still has any merit. We'll appreciate that. A drug that borrows the power of devils. I can't say I was expecting to hear a story like that when we walked in. Anyway, for now, we should just trust the doctor with the compensation anyways. I agree. We need to return to Crossbridge Stage before it gets dark. Also, the first division investigation report might be waiting for us by the time we get back. Oh boy, can't wait to spend all evening reading over mountain papers. Tio knows something. Well, it's getting pretty late, so we'll build our bus instead of walking back. No argument here. Thank goodness for the bus system of ours. I don't know what we'll do without it. Tio? What's the matter, Tio Tot? You've been awfully quiet for a bit now. I am fine. Tio? The sun makes it hard to see, but your face is so pale. What? I told you I am fine. I just feel a bit unwell is all. Oh no. Being unwell means you're not fine. There's gotta be someplace to rest around. Tio? Oh no. I'll go get a doctor. Hurry. It was just her Amina acting up, thank goodness. After a bit of rest, she'll wake up and be as good as new. That's good news at least. What a relief. You said it. For a second there, I was getting pretty worried. Still, I'm sorry we couldn't put her in the normal hospital bed. Mine was the only one available. Unfortunately, every room we have in the hospital is occupied right now. That's alright. I'm sure your room will be more than enough to help Tio recover. Giselle, thank you so very much. Don't worry about it, Ellie. I have to work night shift tonight, so it's perfectly fine if she wants to rest still until tomorrow morning. Well, I'll be going then. Thanks, Giselle. We appreciate the help. Tio, if you only noticed sooner. Now that I think about it, he started to look a little sick during a conversation with Dr. Gartner. If I remember correctly, it was when he started telling us about the drug those devil officers made. I'm fine, you know. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Tio, you're awake. I'm so glad. Your eyes were, you know. Please, there was no need to be. Given that you are involved in an ongoing drug investigation, I know it's your duty to ask me about everything I know, I mean. Listen, Tio. Do you really think we will pursue the sale information you're clearly uncomfortable talking about? Huh? While an investigation is definitely important, these are two separate matters. You're more to us than just colleagues. Above all, you're an irreplaceable friend, Tio. Everyone's got some bits of their past that they're allowed to talk about. Well, I guess mine kind of ended up getting out anyway. But you really don't want to talk about what you know, Tio Tot. Then we'll do whatever we can to support that decision. Ellie, Randy, that's how we all feel, Tio. But if you ever decide you want to tell us about the things you kept hidden, if talking about them with us will help ease your burden, even a little, you know that all of us would be happy to help shoulder it for you. Lloyd. I'm constantly amazed by the embarrassing things you say when you get into one of your speeches. Not just you, but Ellie and Randy too. Lloyd's cheesiness must be rubbing off on you. Yeah, I think you guys know. Clearly, we've been spending too much time listening to Lloyd. Yeah, wrap it up. I've already told Lloyd part of this story, but let me explain from the start. When I was 5 years old, I was kidnapped and held captive by a cult of religious fanatics. No. Whoa. The court objected in doing so is still unknown, but one thing is clear. They were attempting to obtain something by rejecting the goddess and worshipping devils. I think what they saw me and other captive children as offerings, nothing more, nothing less, simply a means to obtain whatever they wanted. Offerings. Yes, I call them offerings because sacrifices wouldn't exactly be right. Though I suppose it's possible the term could apply to some of the children. The court has similar lounges and each was experimenting with different rituals. As for the lounge I was taken to, the rituals primarily involved various kinds of human experimentation. So, is that why you got those enhanced senses of yours? Precisely. Senses were attached to our entire bodies and were pumped full of drugs. They attempted to enhance our 5 senses using any method imaginable. They even tried enhancing our sensibility to supernatural phenomena by applying psychological stress and hypothesis. For 1 years, that was my life, day in, day out. That can't be. Despite all that, I was one of the lucky ones. None of the children could withstand the procedures except for me. One by one, they began to disappear, and it was at the moment when I became the last child remaining that I gained this power. My hearing became keen enough that even through a massive rock wall separated us, I could hear the others' final cries. I saw I was right there in the room with them. Here, those monsters. Then something happened. Roy's brother Guy broke into the lounge. The team accompanied Guy was able to neutralize the cult followers and dismantle the lounge operation. The resistance was strong, but the moment the lounge fell, most of the cultists committed suicide. Guy passed by countless bodies spiritually in the ground until he finally reached the ceremonial chamber, and there he found me the only surviving child. By the time Guy found me, I was raised away so weak I was near death myself. I was quickly brought to the hospital and spent several months recuperating here. What happened after that, I've already told Lloyd about. So that's what really happened. Still and in a cruel twist of fate, though I was so grateful to Guy for saving me from that place, when I heard that he passed away 3 years ago, I didn't feel much of anything. It's as if in exchange for this power, I had my emotions stripped away. That's how it felt to me, at least. But I think back then I actually wanted to ask him something. I wanted to ask a strong and possibly optimistic person like Guy, how exactly should a broken person like me live? In the end though, I missed my chance to ask and I ended up being recruited to the Epstein Foundation. After that I joined the SSS and began to live with all of you. But even now, I still haven't figured out the answer. How should I live my life? And why? Why did I survive? Why am I here? Teal. You don't have to worry about that. It's okay to not know the answers. Everyone struggles with those very same questions. What? Why are we here? How should we live our lives? There aren't many people out there who do have answers for those questions, Teal. Me, Ellie, Wendy, we're all lost the same as you. I know I definitely lost my way for a bit, that's for sure. Still, Teal, there's no need to rush to find an answer to those questions. We got our entire lives to figure out, stuff like that. But if you can't help but wonder what the answers are, all you need to do is keep searching for them. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. We can search for the answers together. Of course, that includes me. Randy, the Chief, Kina, and even Seat, we're all here for you. We'll help you find the answers you're looking for. I know it, Lloyd. Really has rubbed off on you two. You're all making such cheesy speeches now. Why are you like this? Well, we didn't really have a say in the matter, you know. The moment we joined the SSS, we were to fall victim to Lloyd's sappiness. Randy's right. We're a team. We share what we feel, even if it's embarrassing. I don't really get why this is my fault, but I definitely agree with Ellie's last point. We share everything, embarrassment or past pains, and of course our smiles and happiness as well. That's what it means to be a team, right? Please stop. All your sapping feelings are smothering me. I don't know how much more I can take, but for some reason it's not a bad feeling. After that heartfelt talk, the SSS took the bus back to Crossfield City when they returned to the SS building and put an exhausted Teal in bed. Roy, Ellen, when they decided to have one more talk with the chief. Oh, that name again. Rawness. Chief, it's about time you tell us. Please tell us what my brother was involved in 6 years ago and about the cult that kidnapped Tio. Please, you must be aware of everything that happened. I have a feeling you knew what was up with Tio Top from the start. Of course I know about the cult. Back when they were at the height of their power, it was Guy and I who tracked down and took out one of the loungers. You did? Then Chief, you were my brothers. Yes, I was Guy's superior officer. I guess back then, I was a bit of an oddball in the force. So one day I ended up with 2 unconventional rookies assigned to serve under me. One of them being your brother. Guy was impulsive, a bit reckless too, but he was a great detective. The other rookie was like night and day in terms of personality. 2 of them made good team. Who's second was this other rookie? Don't tell me it was that dummy guy from the first division. Nah, dummy was hired straight into the first division. Guy was particularly born for that division. As for this other rookie, I bet you heard of him somewhere before. His name is Arios McLean. What? He was part of the police? He was, but he traded his police badge for the Blazers Gauntlet some years back. That's possibly one of the reasons the police here in Clarksville have such a rocky relationship with the guild. They didn't see that coming, so my brother and Arios both joined the force at the same time. Yes, though Arios was a couple years older than Guy. And it's so Arios was always a bit more mature. He was always a family man with a wife and a daughter at the time. Guy, on the other hand, he was a bright eye as to his rules, a wild card who was always rushing off to help people. I think there are many differences were the reason they got along so well though. A little less than 2 years after joining the force, and those 2 were already being hurled as the CPD rising stars. Considering what we know about their skills, I can definitely believe that. Exactly, to be honest, I was proud of those boys. After all, not many people get the chance to mentor 2 fine young rookies like them. Our squad was able to accomplish a lot in the time we had together, to the point where the higher ups decided to move the joint investigation of a certain international case to us, rather than the first division. Joint investigation, international case. Wait, are we talking about? Yes, it was about the cult. DG. That's the official name, written out with a therefore sign in the middle. D4G. Okay. D4G. The heck is therefore sign? 3 dots arranged in a triangle. It's a symbol used in mathematical proofs and logical arguments. But what exactly do the D and G stand for? We never solved the entire riddle, but we did uncover the meaning of the G is. It stands for bonus. The drug Dr. Gutner told us about. They want women to use power borrowed from the devils. This can't be a coincidence. It's already been 6 years since that whole mess. Those Zealots left behind a lot of mysterious mysteries. But I know one thing for sure. Out of the decades of my service on the force, this group were the most disgusting pieces of dog I've ever had this pleasure to encounter. They used kids. They came as sacrifices at their lounges. So then the abducted case Mr. Grimwood mentioned yesterday, it was the D4G cult. They have more than 10 active lounges spread all over across Samaria, and they perform various rituals in each of them. Some of the horrific devils taking advantage of artifacts for their gain, experimenting on those poor children, and there was always one constant in their ritual. A mysterious drug called wellness. So this is all a lot to take in. So how you end up solving a case as messed up as this? Alright. Like I said yesterday, the issue affected a number of countries, so they together and organized a joint investigation. Each country, army, police force, and the Blazer Guild branches collaborated. Under the command of a certain famous Blazer, we wanted a large-scale operation to round up and suppress every one of the cult lounges. As for my small squad of 3, we were in charge of taking down the lounge located in the outskirts in Altior, located in the western Cavar. It was there that Guy rescued Tio Prato, who was 8 years old at the time. She was MK and very responsive and serious one of the working ones. After all, of the other kids, none of the other kids made it alive. And even though what Teal had to go through was monstrous, there were even more horrific things happening to the kids at the other lounges. Why? Why are people like this allowed to exist? I feel like I'm going to be sick. Compared to the criminals we dealt with here in Clarksville, these guys are a completely different level of twisted. Yeah. At any rate, after the operation 6 years ago, the cult was completely wiped off the map. All of its Sealots either committed suicide or suffer a psychotic breakdown and waste their way. Some have speculated that there were a few survivors, but rumor has it the church and the society exterminated the rest of them. The nightmare known as the D4G cult should have finally been over. But now these blue pillows have appeared, and there's a chance these blue pillows are the wellness the cult used in their rituals. Right now, that's just speculation on my part, but if this is the real deal, I'm afraid a nightmare 6 years ago might have resurfaced in another form, one that will entangle itself with this conflict between these two mafias. Sounds like things couldn't get any worse. But if all of this is true, we have to do something. I couldn't agree more. Ward, the one who killed your brother 3 years ago, is still at large. I know. No leads were found and the case eventually went cold. Yeah. There weren't any witnesses either. After Guy transferred to the first, he only ever taken cases by himself. It's been speculated that the culprit was an intelligence agent from Ebornia or Kavar, maybe a member of the faith. Some have tossed around the idea of a Jaeger Corps or terrorist cell being responsible. However, there's always been another possible culprit in my mind. A remnant of the cult, right? Yeah, I'll say that possibility is even more likely now. For me, this whole thing is starting to look more and more like a chance to avenge my fallen subordinate. So sorry for my selfishness, but I'm gonna be butted in from now on. Chief, there's no need to apologize. We'll love your help. You're trying to tell me you didn't butt in before now? Huh, who can say? But anyway, I figured it's about time I told you. I might have found SSS. I might have founded the SSS, but the one who came up with the idea was Guy. What? This was Guy's idea? But what about the SSS being created to oppose the Gale popularity? That was just something I fed to the top brass to get them to agree to it. While he was still alive, Guy told me something I'll never forget. He said that Clarksville needs is the strength to overcome its barriers. A place where young people can make mistakes, learn, grow, and combine their strengths into one. He told me he thought that was exactly what the police force needed. Guy. That brother of yours saw something, Roy. So, is this the reason Teal joined the SSS too? Could be. I'm willing to bet she wanted more than anything to be a part of a group that carried on Guy as well. Not that she ever said as much to me. Well, I had no idea. Well, setting Guy aside for now. I think our most urgent priority is stopping the damage these drugs are causing. And regarding Kina, I think it's possible that what happened to her is related to the cult somehow. Pisses me off to think about, but it does seem likely. After all that talk about drugs being the cause of her amnesia, yeah, unfortunately I'm beginning to think that as well. So Chief, can you lead the investigation to us while you protect Kina here? Since we have to coordinate with the First Division, we need someone to stay behind and give us orders while we're in the field. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the way this case is shaping up, we're really gonna need someone calling the shots from back at base. I'm sorry, Chief. I know you went out of your way to offer your help, but this is the key to our success. Huh, that's right. Okay, fine. But listen up, just like before, I won't be giving you guys any direct instructions. You can have all the advice you want, I'll even take care of comms for you. But you're going to make your own decisions and solve this case with your own will. So you're up for the challenge? Yes, sir. Understood. Sounds like we're gonna have to work our cut out for this, starting tomorrow. Alright. How much longer is this chapter? Are you sure you're okay, Teal? You can always wait here with the Chief and Kina if you don't feel enough to go. There's no need to worry. I was able to get quite a bit of rest. I'm actually feeling much better than usual, actually. Well, you do look a lot better than you did yesterday, that's for sure. Still, I was pretty surprised when Kina told me to join the soup next to you last night. I just felt like I wanted to all of a sudden. Hey Teal, did you soup good? Of course. I can only imagine the reason I am in such pristine condition is because I spent so much time with you, Kina. Yay! You're with you, Kido. Indeed. It's as if our very own special pick-me-up. Oh, that reminds me. I want you to promise me this one thing, Theo. If something like yesterday happens again, please tell us about it. Don't bother it up. Don't only make it that much harder on yourself. I don't mean to be harsh, but if you were to collapse in the middle of a fight, we'll all be in trouble. Walter, I will keep that in mind. I'm a member of the SSS and I intend to stand up on equal footing with the rest of you. So thank you, I'm lucky to have people like you who can conceal my pain and burdens with. Oh, Tia, haha, don't mention it. Yeah, you can count on us, huh? Huh, sorry to step in and ruin this real moment of yours. You're planning to question some of the citizens suspected of drug use this morning, right? Yes, sir, I want to confirm what we found in the first division report if possible. And since we'll be busy anyway, we hope to take care of support requests as they come our way. Indeed, if we let this opportunity slip away, we might not be able to have any time left to venture outside of the city. As of now, we want to look into the stockbroker in the residential district and the alien boy from the Saber Vapors. And finally, Arkansas's new cast member. As I've known that the first division will pick up on this. If you have time, you should go check in with Ian too. Or Ian. Who knows. Out of the two he told us about, it looks like the stockbroker is the same one from the first division records. But it seems like they don't know anything about the train company manager just yet. Thanks for the advice. We'll make it a part of the stop by there. Dr. Gutness should be contacting us later with the drug composition results. Around noon, I think. Oh, this is Ward of the SSS. Ward, it's me, Vixen. Oh, hello, sir. That's good timing, actually. How's Gantz been holding up? Yes, about that. He, seems to have disappeared again. What? He first and then details. Of course, you see, Gantz finally woke up late last night, but he kept fading in and out of consciousness, so he decided to let him continue to sleep for the time being. Just to be safe, I stayed with him overnight, thinking I'll report back to you today. But when I woke in the morning, Gantz was nowhere to be found. I see. Have you called the hotel or the casino? Yes, but I was told that no one has seen him for quite some time. What should we do? For now, I think it's best if you stay at the hotel, sir. It's possible that Gantz might come back. We were already going to gather some information, so we'll make sure to keep an eye out for him. If something comes up, please don't hesitate to give us another call. Oh wait, thank you. Did I hear that Gantz disappeared again? Yeah, apparently he snuck out of the hotel this morning, either by his own accord or this is all the more reason to check on other individuals who have used this drug as well. Now I got a bad feeling about this. The situation might be escalating faster than we anticipated. Don't worry about things here, just go and see what you can find. Yes, sir. Have a good day! Woo. Okay. Alright. Moon Temple, Ancient Battlefield. Let's do as much of the side stuff as I can. Let's go to the village and walk down, it'd be faster. Alright, you heard a lot. Still. I can go like this inside now. Now open this door. Ah. That's right.
私の番ね。
まだまだいける。
Oh, that should be easy. A craft book, it looks pretty beat up. Looks like it's covered how to use a combination craft. The technique described in here reminds me of Rainer's and Teal's combat styles. Oh yeah, it totally does. Might be kinda hard to get a hang of. But wanna give a roll to the top? Yes, we should test it. Oh.
データ収集を開始します。
Alright, it's much easier
俺の
now.
番だな。任せろ。
That's right. Don't touch them. Touch these guys though.
さてと、エニ
Dude,
グマ駆動。
let's do this.
任せて。エニグマ駆動。あ、や。あ、や。
行くぞ。やっ。おっしゃ。
私の番そこ。なんとかなったわね。
You may have met my boyfriend. Between you and me, they're well unhinged. You took the chance to see it in full fan mail. I trusted the SSS is sweet, but you wonder how I got there.
さあ、始めましょう。
任せろ。
さてと、そこ。行きます。そこです。
よし。俺の番だな。
任せて。行きます。ドライブ開始。あ、
よし。エニグマ。おっしゃ。駆動。
やあ。任せて。エニグマ駆動。
これが俺たちの力だ。
Alright. There's one monster taken care of. Alright, next we go to Moon Temple. Which That's the mid-tempo one.
かかってきなさい。
行くぞスピア行くぜ
任せてそこ。はいタ
よし俺の番
さてとや行きますタデータ収集終了しました。
Let's see. My goal is to get these side quests done tonight,
任せろ
and then tomorrow, hopefully we can finish the chapter.
適席
よし
注意してください。私の番ね。
よっしゃぜ
はいへい敵集団撃破しました。
行くぞみんなや俺の番だなぜ
私の番そこ。はいお返しよ。
よしもう大丈夫だ
敵席
よっしゃ
注意してください。任せてや
任せてくれエディアこれが俺たちの力だ移動そうエディア
Alright. Where's this monster? If I was a monster, where would I hide? I mean, a sacrifice room. I hate when I'm late.
強そうね。
任せてくれ
That's one of those things with Doom.
俺の番だなこれで決めるライジングさあよっしゃ任せろこいつはどうだクリムゾンゲ
There's 100 of those.
私の番ね。や行きます。そこです。
Ow.
ガンナーモードオーバルドライバーベルーン出力再開。私の番ね。光となりて天よ来て。助かりました。
行くぞエニグマ任せろエニグマ駆動それ行くぞこれで決めるライジングさあまだまだいける
There you go. Alright.
そう
So far, this encounter's been pretty tame. You up? Now you went back to town. Alright, next is Star Gator.
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞここだよっしゃ 気にボコるぞ。
OK です。
I want to get them up to at least 100.
おっしゃ、いい感じだぜ。やっとステア、やっとエデア、そうエデア。よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。畳みかけるぞ。
分かったわ。 OK です。
はいさ。とそこに。よし、上出来だ。そうエデア、エデア。よし、上げていこうぜ。任せてくれ。そう行くぜ。
はい。へい。
よし、そう行くぜ。
任せて。私の番。へい。
俺の番だな。そう俺のちょろいぜ。そうステアステアやデアステアそうエデアエデアやっやそうエデアエデアステアやそうエデアよっしゃ俺の番だ。畳みかけるぞ。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
This just was a 25, right?
よし、俺の番だ。行くぜ。
さてとそこ。行きます。へい。データ収集終了しました。
35. And not yet. Close. I'm gonna heal after this anyway, so.
任せてくれ。行くぜ。
それ。任せて。エニグマはい駆動。へい。
俺の番だ。俺の番だな。
Actually, heal yourself.
よっしゃ。とっととずらかるぞ。
Again.
任せて。エニグマ駆動。
Okay.
すまない。
はい。
みんな
そこです。
任せろ。
さてと。エニグマ私の番ね。
任せろ。
や
ありがとう。マジかよ。エニグマや
行きます。そこです。私の番ね。そこ。
Alright.
なんとかな
That
ったわ
went
ね。
poorly, but fine.
ステアやとやさあやとや
One way.
ステアややとやとエデアステアエデアや
Alright. Let's go heal up again. To start Gaze's Tower now.
俺の番だな。
それ
俺の番だな。
助かりました。ありがとう。
よし。そう俺の番だな。
よかった。
Hi. Ow.
さあ
Was this a 25 or 35?
敵接近。狙い撃つわ。
Oh, it's just finished again. Okay.
私の番ね。
よし。
Go all out with the magic.
エニグマクリ。
はい。エニグマ駆動。
や
や
おうわ。
やお返しです。
俺の番だな。任せろ。
ピンチです。エニグマ駆動。それ
それ負けるか。これで決める。とライジングさあ。
ピンチです。ガンナーモーバーバルドライバー。ベルーン出力最大。聖なる光となりてオーラレイより来て。助かりました。
こいつはどうだ。クリムゾンゲイル。任せろ。
さてと、
任せろ。はっマジかよ。
ピンチです。エニグマ駆動。
負けるか。エニグマそれ。
ありがとう。
負けるか。これで決める。ライジングさあ。まずいか。
負けられない。ピンチです。敵集団撃破しました。
Have you checked your workout schedule? Today's race day, not chest day. Whatever. Keep moving. Nobody to heal in here. I'm just waiting for the top of the thing too. Do this, do this enough to get through. This way. Okay. This one went like this outside. Up. On the roof? It is. 1, 2. Okay. Just... Well, it's a 2 as enough.
危険度大
俺の番だな。
手強いです。
エニグマシャー駆動。エニグマ駆
エニグマさてと
It can cancel my art.
動。俺の番だな。行くぜ。
私の番ね。
And they have pretty high defense. And they hurt. And they get blind.
エニグマ任せろ。駆動。
私の番ね。
Oh, don't do that.
エニグマ
すまない。みんな。
負けられない。
No, that's exactly you.
合わせてろ。マジかよ。よし。やっ行くぜ。はっ。
さてとそこです。
行くぞ。そう。任せろ。ぜ。
私のそこです。
任せてくれ。やっ俺の番だな。ぜ。
任せて。私の番です。そこです。できます。ガンナーモードオーバードライバーに似てる出力最大。
If I take out one, I'll be happy.
これで決める。トピアライジングサーン。よっしゃ。ぜ。任せてくれ。やっ。
さてとさてと光となりとオーラ天より来て助かりました。
行くぜ。俺の番だな。任せろ。
私の番です。私の番ね。そこ。
それ。行くぜ。これで決める。
Maybe you.
トピアライジングサーン。おっしゃ。はっ。
さてと
You. We're going to full heal me.
任せて。
You're gonna miss.
や
ありがとう。おっしゃ。
You're going to attack and you get earthquake.
クリムゾンゲイル。よし。やっ。
私の番です。
You're gonna X hammer.
エニグマ
任せてくれ。行くぜ。ぜ。
それ。
You have the Kobe breath to do that.
助かりました。はい
行くぞ。やりや。俺の番だな。これで
Have
決
you
め
go
る。
again.
ライジングサーン。行くぜ。ま、こんなもんか
Yeah,
ね。
yeah. Whew. Looks old. Looks like 20's alley. Achievement.
やりや。
You have to walk all the way out. I hate walking out of this place. I guess I'm happier now if I walked in. Yeah, no, not yet. Almost.
みんな
俺の番だ任せてくれスピア
さっさとよかった
There we go, like this, over here, down here. Which 4 is the one back. And then have to figure out where the last one is.
任せてくれていこうぜエニグマ俺の番だな
任せて行きますエニグマ駆動やあデータ収集終了しました
Alright. Number fighting. You can hear.
行くぞ行くぜみんなとっととずらかるぞ回り
私の番ね
込まれた
みんなごきげんよう
Alright. Alright, let's go heal up and then look where this last monster is to take care of. Oh, I took out the monster, stand on. So let's go this way. Ah, you're here. Oh, Mr. Gormin. We saw your support request, my choice details. And Mr. Fixer Upper, appreciate the help as always, woman. Oh, Chill, it's been too long. How have you been? Are you still in good health? I did not realize to be here, Chief. Additionally, there's only been a short period of time since you saw me. Dealing with Chief Roberts, it's awfully complicated, doesn't it? I apologize if we barged into the middle of your conversation. Are we interrupting you? We don't mind returning at the more convenient time if that's the case. No, there's no need to worry about that. In fact, Robert's here actually wanted to request in the first place. Too, is that what you think? Got better complex situations on their hands. Complex how? Give us details. This request actually concerns Foundation. Alright, you want her data. Alright, get new features. Alright, so it's like a computer. Main development. Alright, so I had to get materials for this. team material. Alright, I don't know what that is, so we're gonna do this. Because I am on time frame here. Alright, so I can't do this one. Alright. We got started. So, fair enough. Let's handle what we have. And then we'll set tomorrow with more. Trojan Zero. And promoted. With class. Alright folks, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the Trojan Zero stream. I need to make a decision after we do Trials to a Suit. Cause I might actually put this marathon on hold and do some other projects again that I want to work on. So we'll see how I feel after I beat that one. I'll be 5 of these games in a row basically. And I've been playing 135 hours at this point. The timer. So I hope you have a good one. And I'll catch y'all next time.